Hey nerds, welcome to Jared Bear Reacts. Today and tomorrow we will be reacting to Breaking Bad stuff, okay? Today is Walt and Jesse Time by Grable 424. Video posted back April 2015, 4 million views, runtime 520. If you want to watch it uninterrupted, a link in the description box down below. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe for daily content. If there's a day, there is a reaction. Now the reason, the somberness, the tone. Breaking Bad is, as I will state many times, my all-time favorite show. There's never been a show that has gotten close to invoking the amount of emotions that this show brings for me personally. Obviously Game of Thrones matched a little bit for the first like 6-7 seasons, but Breaking Bad really 5 seasons. It told the story it needed to tell. It didn't outlast its stay. And Vince Gillian really just, Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, like, you guys, it's crazy how good that this show actually is from a storytelling perspective. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. This is a show my brother recommended to me when it first came out. Like, I think 2 seasons were out when he recommended it. And he said he loved it. And I remember starting it in college. And I never missed an episode. And I was hooked. It was the last time I was really hooked to a television show that I record on TV with the DVR. And I have watched the entire show start to finish close to 10 plus times probably. I'd say 10 plus times. So, with that out of the way, enough rambling. I had to give some backstory. I'll probably say it again in the next video. Jerry does his best work behind the scenes. Let's get it.
Start from the beginning. When did you first meet him?
Fuck, dude.
I first met Mr. White's in junior year chemistry. He was my teacher.
You are not how I remember you from class. I mean, like, not at all.
You and I working together, having each other's back. It's what saved our lives.
I love that parallel.
Walt's ruthless. He'll do just about anything to protect his interests, except when it comes to you.
Stay off my turf,
He
baby.
cares about you.
Fuck yeah, he does.
And if he doesn't go, I don't go. Why him? Because he does what I say.
Loyalty. Only maybe you got it for the wrong guy.
Because I can trust him.
Coward. Secrets create barriers between people.
Look, I know how upset you are about what happened to this boy. I am just as upset as you are. Are you? Really?
No.
I'm sorry the kid here doesn't see it.
No, he wasn't as affected.
You are a time bomb. Tick, tick, ticking.
Too.
And I have no intention of being around for the boom.
That fucking scene. Okay. That scene of him pulling up in his effing car, brother, Pontiac Aztec, hitting those 2 dudes, popping that guy, looking at Jesse and saying, right here, run. Are you kidding me? Walt on the floorboard laughing. First watch, I was like, what is happening? I was young. I'm like, I don't get this. Every watch since, that is such a beautiful fucking scene. It is terrifying. Because Walt was starting to snap. By the way, Mike's amazing.
You just do stuff and nothing happens.
Run.
What's it all mean?
Oh,
What's the point?
fuck him.
You and I have done things that are just as bad. All the people that we've killed, Gale and the rest. If you believe that there's a hell, we're already pretty much going there, right?
Everything I have ever cared about is gone. Ruined, turned to shit, dead ever since I hooked up with the great Heisenberg.
I don't know what's wrong with me this
Oh.
night.
I have never been more alone. I have nothing.
What have you got in your life? Nothing.
No one.
Nobody.
Alright, it's all gone!
Sorry about Jane.
I watched Jane die. I watched her overdose and choke to death. I could have saved her,
Come on!
but I didn't. I did not kill Mike.
I need you to believe me.
Just tell me you don't give a shit about me,
I think he's dead, and
and it's either this,
I think you know that.
or you'll kill me the same way you killed Mike.
You wanna know what he did? You wanna hear about it? He poisoned a little kid.
You poisoned Brock and you helped him.
And this is your way of ripping my heart out before you're dead and gone. Just admit it. Admit what you did.
And all for that asshole Mr. Waits.
Admit it. I did not do this. Shut up. Stop lying. You can't keep getting away with it.
Him pouring the gasoline, especially on the camera right there. That's one thing Vince did well was his camera work. And the shows, man, it was groundbreaking. I love it.
I ran over those gangbangers. I killed Emilio and Crazy 8Y. I did all of those things to try to save your life as much as mine. Only you're too stupid to know it.
Do it.
Bullet in my head.
He wanted it.
Me right now.
He wanted it every time.
Do it!
He wanted it every time. He genuinely wanted it. Jesse couldn't fucking do it. Do it. End it.
Say you want this.
Really did a number on you, didn't he?
Nothing happens until I hear you say it.
I want this.
Look at the impression of the gun on his fucking forehead, bro. Nah, you don't get it, though.
Do it yourself.
Then do it your fucking self.
I'm thinking maybe you and I could partner up.
You want to cook crystal meth?
That's right.
Okay, listen. Not that we got teary-eyed or anything. Fuck, man. That last scene and the mutual understanding between Walt and Jet, that last look that they share with one another, where he looks at him and does a little head nod, and Jesse has the understanding. Walt did a lot of stuff, a lot of bad. Heisenberg did a lot of bad. Jesse was abused, manipulated, gaslighted, everything bad that you could imagine. And it's even fucked up to even say, but Walt cared about him so much. Walt loved Jesse, but there was a line of him loving him and also needing him to do what he needed him to do. Because a lot of times, like, I'm not doing this unless Jesse goes. I'm not doing this without Jesse. And he goes and ultimately saves Jesse, and he gives Jesse life. There's a bond there, but he also watched Jane die. One, because it was taking Jesse away. He was selfish. That was taking Jesse away from him, and she was getting Jesse back on drugs. And Bryan Cranston, I think he said he envisioned his own daughter dying. I think that's what he said. I can't remember really when he watched Jane die, and that's what drove him to give that emotion. Jesse is just a character. He just wanted to make money, man. He was just a petty little drug dealer, and he wanted to make money, and he gets involved with the biggest drug overlord, basically, or who would eventually be that, and it really fucked him up. The amount of talk about PTSD, I've said in the other episode, like, El Camino was a good story. El Camino takes a minute to grow on you for the Breaking Bad movie, because it's about Jesse, and it really, We could have went without El Camino. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a beautiful cap. You can watch it and enjoy it. But the last shot of Jesse driving away in the car and leaving it up to the fans to decide his fate, I think was a little better. But El Camino's still fantastic. I've watched it a couple times now, and it's just really good. And Breaking Bad, start to finish, is, man, it's an emotional, because you really develop these feelings for these characters. Like, you really truly care for these people, and it's funny, it's serious, it's dark, it's witty, it's revolutionary. There's so many hints and subtleties with things on the wall. That's why I pay attention to so many things. It's because of Breaking Bad. If you watch the Vampire Diaries stuff and I'm looking at stuff in the background, it's because of this show. Walt had a lottery ticket that had the location of his money on it, the coordinates. He had the coordinates in his lottery numbers so he wouldn't forget it. He kept playing the same numbers over and over. There's so many nuances and things that lead to different things that like foreshadow other things happening. And I know a lot of people say they couldn't finish it or it wasn't for them. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you are looking for a show to get into, I highly recommend Breaking Bad, that ran from 2008 to 2013? So I'm going to go ahead and head out. Links and everything in the description box down below. Playlist up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.